Hi, welcome back. On today's program, we're going to talk about how you can make money investing in real estate. And no, you don't have to buy a house to do that. Hi, I'm Gerald Marquith. I'm a certified financial planner. I've been in the industry almost 30 years, and the goal of this program is to talk to those who are 50 and under. We're going to talk about things that you should have learned in high school and college, but they never got around to teaching it. So, in today's program, let's talk about ways to make money in real estate without buying a house. Now, I know you'd like to buy a home. Homes are very expensive, mortgage rates are high, and on top of that, you have property taxes, maybe HOAs, lots of different fees involved. And so, buying a home can be difficult. You first of all have to come up with the down payment. Yes, you might be able to do it with as little as 3% down, but at 20% down, you avoid what's called PMI, which is mortgage insurance, which just adds to your mortgage if you go lower than 20%. So while you'd like to have a house, you also would like to get the benefits of real estate because obviously you see real estate's going higher and higher. Just look at the price of homes alone. So, how can you accomplish this and get paid for it? Well, it's by an investment vehicle called REITs, or Real Estate Investment Trusts. Now, what a REIT is and how it works, we're going to talk about first. A REIT is traded like a stock. It's made up of professional management. They go in and will buy certain types of real estate in your REIT, and then they will, by law, pass on 90% of the income that they make on those properties. So, say, for instance, you had an apartment REIT. Well, the income that they're getting off that apartment rent, 90% of that goes passed on to the investors, to you. So, you in turn can get that income, sometimes monthly, sometimes quarterly, sometimes even annually, and you can get tax benefits for that as well. So it seems like the best of all worlds, and it definitely appears to be that way. So real estate investment trusts are probably best used inside of IRAs or 401ks because there's no tax at all. But even investing outside of those products can create money for you. And again, you're in real estate. Now let's talk about the different types of real estate. We could spend a long time on this, but put a chart up here to give you an idea. You can invest in what are called equity REITs. Those are things that go out and buy office buildings, let's say, or apartment buildings, retail stores. There's even a REIT if you want to own all the U.S. Postal Service areas. All of these will produce income to you, and by law, like I said, they have to pass 90% of it on to you. There's such a thing as a mortgage REIT. Here, they do a diversified group of mortgages and pay you out income that way. Now, the risk here is that if interest rates continue to go higher and higher, the money you're going to get in a mortgage REIT may go down and it may get, well, basically hurt by rising rates. But then again, you can look at buying a REIT in, say, timberland or hospitals or doctor's offices. I mean, the amount is almost limitless on different types of REITs and what they invest in. So it really comes down to what you're comfortable with. And also you'd want to look at their rate of return. Are they paying you 4% a year, 3, 5%? Just keep in mind anything that pays a high interest rate may carry higher risk that you may not get it. Now, your hope is that these REITs will continue to raise the amount of income coming to you. That's certainly a good thing. And so you'll benefit by more money coming in. Think of it as a revenue stream of money coming to you. Let's talk a little bit here about the fact that they are tax advantaged. Yes, they're 20% off in terms of the income and the return of investment or capital that they may share with you. Let's talk about the income for a moment. You'll get paid, and let's use our example at 5%. And let's say you made $100 that year in REIT income. Now, if you use a Form 8995 or 8995A, you can get what's called a QBI deduction of 20%. So you may have gotten $100 of income, but now you have a 20% federal tax deduction, which means you're only going to be taxed on $80 of that. And of course, that effective tax rate varies based on your tax bracket. We'll look at that in a little bit. But certainly, here's an advantage that everyone can take, participate in. Something that will actually pay you to hold real estate. It may also help your piggy bank, the money you're trying to save towards a home. So, real estate investment trusts may play a part in your portfolio. Again, the stock price will move up or down depending on what is going on in the economy. Say people aren't renting apartments anymore. Well, you're going to see a decrease in something like that. Although you may believe, no, apartment renting is the future of the country, and it might be so. Likewise, timberland or office buildings, anything you can think of in terms of real estate is something you can get in a real estate investment trust. Now, here's a chart showing you by tax bracket of just what kind of benefits you're getting from getting income from a real estate investment trust. And obviously, it gets less the higher up you go in your tax bracket. But it's a wonderful tool to gain access to a specific sector of the market, in this case, real estate, get a tax deduction for it, and also get monthly or quarterly income. These are things you want to think about, things you might want to put in your IRA or tax advantaged account. They're great products to have. Is there risk? Of course there's risk. There's risk in everything, as we've talked about before on this channel. But I do think that it's something you want to strongly consider looking at. Now, when you do your taxes at the end of the year, you may want help with a tax advisor, or you can certainly look at that Form 8995 to include on your 1040. But again, real estate investment trusts are great ways to participate in this section of the market so that you're not shut out of the gains that you're seeing in terms of monies being made. And there's a lot of good REITs out there that you may want to consider. So I hope you benefited from this and hope you do a little more research in this area. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Share this with others that might benefit from it. And I'll leave you with this thought: to invest or not to invest? That is the question.